Hello you guys, my name is Crystal, this is Chris Coes, and we're back with another makeup and a message. Let's get right into the topic. Alright, so today's topic comes from 8 at the Table. I did another video on one of their topics and inserted a few clips. It was about what women bring to the table. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and tune in, watch that video. It's good. This topic, I do like their topics though. They're very controversial, but it's like a good take to see people's perspectives. So this topic is about broke men and poor men. Faithful broke man versus an unfaithful rich man, right? Okay. Right. So the 8 at the table get to discussing this topic, and everybody, of course, has different viewpoints. A lot of the women, the majority of the women well, it was half and half. It was half and half. And they felt as though two of the girls, they would go with a broke man versus a rich man because the broke man was faithful. And two of the girls, vice versa, they went with the rich man. Now, this is a very controversial topic because no matter how you answer this, people kind of side-eye you. You know, if you say, oh, you'd rather be with the broke man, you kind of look like pick me. At least that's the vibes it gives me. It gives me pick me, you know.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
I don't care about money, you know. It gives me pick me vibes. And then if you go with the rich man, it gives you the perspective as like you're a gold digger, you know. It's not about love anymore. You just want money, you know. And that's why I feel like people steer clear of topics like this. So I like how they attack very touchy subjects or very controversial subjects, because you just like never know how people are going to interpret it or how people are going to take what you say. So yeah, I saw the video and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta talk about this. They were saying this a lot in the video. They were like, don't add variables, don't add variables. But I'm not saying I'm adding variables, but I'm just saying what comes with those situations, okay? Now, if you're broke, a lot of times you're frustrated, you know? You got a lot on your mind. You're kind of up in arms. You know, those people, if you've ever worked in retail or if you ever worked in customer service and it seems like you're helping a customer that you just can't please. They're just they have the worst attitude. They're complaining about everything like they're seeking a discount. You know what I mean? And if you notice, like a lot of the people with a little bit more money, just in my experience in retail, the ones with a little bit more money, they're a little bit more easygoing. They're not as extra. Now they want what they want at the end of the day. They want what they want. But they don't have this crazy attitude and all that type of stuff where they're looking for discounts, they're being argumentative and blah, blah, blah. As long as they're getting their way, you know, and depending on how much they're paying, they might need to be getting their way, you know? So I'm not even going to go into that. But yeah, just in my experience in customer service, I just see people that lack the money seem to be a whole lot more irritable, a whole lot more picky and attitude-ish. And that's just my experience. Now, if your experience is different, okay, kudos to you. But it's just, that's not the case. From what I've seen, that's not the case. If you're more irritable, and with men, we've talked about men and their ego so many times in so many different videos. Men have egos. It's a pride thing. And you know, like, I get it. From the beginning, men were the providers. That's what they're built to do. And now they try and make it like, oh, all women want is money and blah, 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 blah. But that's how it's been from the beginning. Now, I will say It might be the case of like women's rights, women want to be equal and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I get that. But from the beginning, men were the providers. So when men aren't leading, or they're not in that tax bracket that they want to be in, where they can't fend for you or themselves or for their household, it's frustrating, as it should be. So at that point, you get a very irritable and or insecure, because that's going to bring insecurities into the household as well, especially if you're doing better than them. Lord knows if you're doing better than them. Yikes. That's why when you see guys with women that make a little bit more money than they do, a lot of the times it doesn't work out. With some guys that are just very secure in themselves, that's different. But most of the time, it doesn't work out. Men, they want to make more money than you. They do. And if they don't, it makes them feel some type of way. So if you got this broke man in the house, super insecure, but apparently it's either he loves you or he can't get anybody else. You know, it's like one of the two. So he's still faithful. But are you all truly happy? He's just not cheating on you. But since when does not cheating on someone make them stay? You know, or make them happy or content in the relationship? You know, maybe I'm tripping, but I thought it was more to a relationship than that. So I'm like, you have this man with this ego issue or pride issue. Like, unless you get that 1 in a million, you know, unless you get that one of a kind guy that's okay with you making more money and he's sitting at home like a stay-at-home dad, maybe that's okay for him. But with a lot of men, it's not. Saying a lot of relationships, it's an ego thing, it's a pride thing. Guys want to provide. It's just built in them. It's instilled in them. Like, yeah, like with the broke guy. Oh yeah, you know, I don't have any money. I don't have a job, but you know, I don't cheat on you. I love you and all that. But yeah, I'm having some mental problems because I'm not where I should be in life. You know, you can't just say a man is just broke just because people fall on hard times. Yes, people fall on hard times, but why is he broke? And how long has he been broke? It's too many variables there. Okay, it's way too many variables there. Just because he's faithful, that means I should want him? Okay. Okay. So moving on, we have the rich guy. Now with the rich guy, and he's unfaithful. Now, do I want some man cheating on me day in, day out? No. Of course not. He's rich, but he cheats. I'm like, I got to think about how my life will be going. He's rich, so clearly he either knows how to make money, he's very good with money, he has some sort of skill set, right? And this is where another one of the guys was getting at. He has some sort of skill set, and it's a lot you can learn from that guy. He wants to, you know, better you. Yeah, he cheats and all that, but you're taken care of. You're financially taken care of. You're financially free to do whatever you want to do. Then if you look at like back in Bible days where you had the men that had 3-4 wives and a concubine. You know what I mean? Like, am I necessarily okay with that? But with age, like in time, as time goes by, you kind of see the importance in certain things and the unimportance of other things. Like the way I see it, you kind of end up getting what's coming to you too. So it's just like, okay, if he's going to continue to cheat on you and all that, am I going to be still sleeping with you? No, especially not unprotected. Can I trust you? No. So at that point, I'm looking at it as a business investment. And that's sad to say, because it's like everybody wants to be in love, you know? Everybody strives for that, I guess. But as I said, as time goes by, things change. You know, I'm not saying I look at guys as meal tickets, because no, that's not the case. I make my own money and I'm fine. But if I'm going to take away my time, because unlike most women, I'm okay with being alone. It takes time to get to that stage, or that like just mental ability to get to know yourself, know your boundaries, know what you want and what you don't want, and be okay with being alone. And a lot of women aren't capable of doing that, so they will be okay with a broke guy that's faithful to them. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get everything that God has for me. You know what I mean? And how am I going to do that when I got this guy not doing anything? Because if you broke, you're not doing anything. Because you could be at McDonald's living below your means, still paying your bills, all that jazz, saving, researching, and doing other things, you know, to make money. So the fact that you're broke says something. It says something. It says you don't know how to manage money. You're not living right. Something is amiss. And I'm at that age to where I'm young enough to still find love, but old enough to know that I'm not taking no mess. You know, I don't have time to waste, if you get what I mean. So as far as choosing one or the other, I'm going to choose the one that has more to offer, because I'm not just looking for someone to be cuddled up with or to watch movies and Netflix and chill with and stuff like that. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? If I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie by myself. Okay? If I want to go shop. Oh wait, he can't take me shopping. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go to the mall, I'll take myself to the mall. If I want to do this, do that, I'll do it by myself. If I want to bring a friend, I'll bring a friend. But I don't have any kids.
I don't have any kids. Okay. So, with that being said.
And now one of the guys was like, oh, women take being cheated on too personal. Now, I feel like if you love somebody, you're not finna be cheating on them. Nine times out of 10, you might have some guys, I guess, that have some issues, you know, and just don't know how to be faithful. Who knows? But I feel like 9 times out of 10, you know how to not cheat on somebody. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. So, like I was saying before, I can do bad all by myself. So I'm always going to look for who's going to make me better. You know what I mean? Who's going to help me do better, excel, who's going to teach me things that I don't already know. I know how to be broke. You know what I'm saying? I know how to be broke. I know how to do that. So unless you have something else to offer other than money, and if you are broke, a lot of men that are broke, they have some issues. Let's be honest, they have some issues, especially depending on the age. If we really dig deep, like depending on the age, you coming with a whole lot of baggage that I may not want. Now, dude is cheating. Yeah, he might be cheating. We know a lot of women that get cheated on, you know, and will it hurt if I love him? Yeah. But can I bounce back from that? Yeah, I can. But supporting a grown man when I don't have to, it's not making sense to me. My role isn't the provider. You know what I'm saying? That's not my role. And for guys that feel like, oh, that you're a gold digger, blah, 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 blah.
We don't care.
I'm just like, you sound poor. You know, that's gonna be rude, but you sound a little hurt. You know, you sound a little poor. Okay, so I'm not even gonna go too much deep into this. I'll finish up at the end when I give my little final message, like I always do. But you all can watch me finish up my makeup while I show you a few clips of what the topic was from 8 at the table, and leave in the comments, tell me what you think. Yeah.
Cheat, because you did mention that you feel like a rich man does not have time to cheat if he's, making money. But I feel like a man that has money, women are going to flock to him. Like a lot of women want peace. So I feel like for me to decide whether would I choose a broke man who's faithful to me or a rich man who is unfaithful, that question, it's very simple and easy for me to answer. I'm never going to go with someone who's going to be unfaithful to me. My priorities is someone who is going to be.
But that's all he could bring to the table. He's broke. What he gonna do with you?
Why you stuck with that? Maybe he gonna get some money.
Well, maybe
he can actually get some money.
Let's just say he's faithful to you, right?
They don't stay broke
You with a
forever.
broke man that's faithful to you, but like there's other things about him that's not working. Like he putting you down.
Now you're adding variables.
No, we're not adding variables.
Yeah, you're adding variables.
But let's be realistic.
If I was to add variables to this situation, he's going to be broke for the moment. Is he going to be broke forever?
No.
Maybe not.
Now, what if he is? Then what? What if he's broke forever? You've been with him for
variables still playing at the moment.
All right, look, because look, you're trying to give him a variable with potential.
Right.
And now I'm going to be realistic. You're with a man who's broke. He's not going to be nothing in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years. You're with a man who's rich. He's going to be rich for the next 15 to 20 years. Which one are you choosing? Are you going to be the provider for 15 years?
I mean, realistically, I wouldn't choose either of these niggas.
You have to choose one.
No,
In this scenario.
And I'm just saying realistically.
Okay, we understand.
But why would I go through 10 to 15 years with someone who is unfaithful to me?
Because you love him.
Because you can't afford to eat. That's why.
I could always afford everything.
I'm with Amanda. If I had to choose with no variables, I'm definitely going with the broke person who's faithful to me.
Y'all are crazy.
But Whitney don't drink or smoke or nothing. I love y'all. Thank you.
Have y'all ever been broke before?
Yeah, I mean, I got you.
Y'all never been broke.
This is not a show right
When you've
now.
been broke,
I've been broke at times talking shit.
Finish talking.
It's not fun.
All right. I mean, like, that's your experience. My experience is not yours. So my experience is, me personally, I've never been a person. I'm not about a man and his money, the things he had. Like, that has never been me. So I can't go. I'm never gonna go on that because that stuff doesn't even impress me. I don't care about that. Like, so, like, like I said, if I had to choose with no other variables, I'm choosing the broke person who is faithful to me. I don't care. Like, it's a problem for somebody.
Y'all not being realistic.
It's a problem.
That's her.
This is yours. This is.
Y'all not being realistic.
I was asked the question, right?
I know. I'm
So
just
it's about-
saying.
that's
I'm not
what-
hostile. I'm not hostile. I'm
this
just
is
saying you're not being
my-
realistic. I'm not hostile though.
My personal opinion and experience, realistically, because I realistically am not going.
One, I feel like women take cheating personal. And that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Don't take cheating personal. You know, you rather a broke man who doesn't have nothing to offer. That means he can't teach you. He can't guide you. He can't finance you or support you in any way, shape, form possible. But he could just not have sex with another woman. Versus a man who can teach you how to boss up, teach you how to be a better person, guide you to the business that you need to create, and then also supply whatever support that you need for whatever business or whatever aspiration that you have as a person. But the flaw that he might have is from time to time, he might have sex with a random girl.
Talk.
Now listen, y'all taking cheating personal.
I'm not.
No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying women that do, they're taking cheating personal. Cheating is not, I don't love you, so I'm gonna have sex with another woman.
It's not that.
Can that happen? Yes.
Yes.
But more likely, does it happen with a man?
No.
A man just has a desire.
urge.
Yeah, an urge.
We think with our dick.
He really wants this, but he really. Look,
I can't
no,
wait
it's
to
not
go.
disrespect.
It's
He really wants. Wait, hold on. I'm talking.
Let Rico
A man
go,
just
please.
really wants this.
Let him
He really
land.
wants this, and he only wants this maybe once. If it's really good, maybe twice. And then after that, he's gonna go ahead and give you the world that you asked for. But guess what? Here's another aspect that I also want to play, because y'all always want to talk about the broke man coming into money. Well, guess what? I know a lot of females who had a broke man come into money, and she was no longer a part of the picture when he got into money.
That's what I was gonna say.
Never part of the picture.
Y'all held him down. Y'all held him down. Y'all supported that man. That man got his bread, and that man started fucking bitches that was better than you and had more to offer.
Yep. And let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. I don't want to be with you if you don't got anything close to that. Because I don't buy no Chanel bags. I don't buy no nothing, so I could get my money up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, yeah, I gotta fix my credit, but my cash paper is right. But I'm not gonna sit there with a man that's not. You know how much I struggle? You think I got time to think? No, we need a balance. What are you doing to get your money up? What are you doing to help me? I help you. I could teach you things. You could teach me things. But you're not gonna sit there. Oh, you know, you're faithful. Just because you're faithful, I gotta deal with all your bullshit. That don't make sense. I don't even deal with that. Or because you're faithful, I gotta deal with everything that you do. And a lot of time a man is faithful and being that they're broke, they're so frustrated and they're so stressed that they have anger issues. Now you're dealing with men that have anger because they can't give you what they want to give you. Yeah. Yes, I know you want to give me the world, but you can't. So you get frustrated. Now you get angry. Now it's like they want to hate you. Now they don't want you to go out the house. They become insecure. It's a lot. You know, being broke is a lot. I've been broke. Sometimes I get angry. I was living with my family. I was so broke. I would take my anger out on my family. I would say angry things, and I don't even mean it. But it's like, I'm broke. What the fuck?
Okay, so you all, or any guys that's watching, don't hate me, you know, because I feel the way that I feel on the subject, you know, because you just kind of learn with time. Because I've dated men that, you know, didn't have a lot, never really poor, I don't think, but, you know, and it's just, it doesn't make sense in the long run for me in my stage and, you know, what I'm trying to shoot for. And you can't fault someone for wanting more or wanting better. With black women, that's the case, because you see a lot of black women that be with these guys when, you know, they don't have it or they're not, you know, at their peak of where they want to be in life. But when they get to that peak, who do they seek? What type of woman do they look for? And that's not with all black women, because you have your select few that stay, you know, with their black women that were with them, you know, when they didn't have it. But that's that select few, like the gentleman said. That was facts. That was facts. So it's, you know, just a uproar when black women say, oh, you know, I don't want to date anybody broke, or I don't want to date anybody poor, because we know a lot of times what that leads to. And we have a very caring heart. You know, people look at black women like everybody's mom. You got Aunt Jemima Sarah. That's not your auntie. You know what I mean? Like, they look at us as mothers because we're just caring overall. It's just in our nature. Back to slavery times where we taking care of everybody's kids, master kids. You know what I mean? That's just us. And sometimes it comes to a point where you got to look out for number one. Now, I'm not saying we just out here trying to use people or women should be gold digging and whatnot. But why should I settle when I don't have to? And if he's going to be cheating and all that type of stuff, who knows if I'm going to be with him forever? But in the meantime, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm moving on. Moving on. Because what can this man offer me? What? That even in the Bible, these men had other wives. They had concubines. I'm not saying it's right, because it was a lot in the Bible that went on that God didn't approve of, but they were still his people. Things happen. Things happen. And that doesn't mean you have to be with that guy for the rest of your life. But while you're in that season, you learn. Every season you're supposed to learn something, grow from it, and move on. And maybe in that season you were supposed to deal with that, but you were supposed to learn how to move money, how to have money. You know what I'm saying? How to get money, how to keep money, how to grow a business. You never know what that man can bring. And I'm going to whatever has the most to offer me. Otherwise, I can just be alone. How do you like them apples? So, of course, I know this is a very controversial topic. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking for love as well. But no, scratch that. Not looking. But, you know, if I fall in love, I fall in love. But if I had to pick, because that don't mean I'm going to be with them forever. But if I had to pick between one or the other, yeah, I'm going with him. He might cheat a little bit, but I'm gonna learn a bit. I'm gonna learn a lot. He might cheat a little bit, but I'm gonna learn a lot. Okay? And I'm gonna keep it pushing. Well, with that being said, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to. And it's free. Notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back with more videos. Bye.